It's your boy Tipsy Japan back with another episode of ATAS Across Time and Space. I'm over here with Ace from Cross Culture. I'm allowing him to introduce himself, even though I said his name. It's okay. Go ahead. Let him know what's going on in episode 67,000.
Oh, 67,000. Chill out. You already know it's your boy Ace of Cross Culture. We back at it again. Episode 67. Yeah, get it in there. You already know. So we're more than babies out here, you know. We passed the midlife crisis. You know, we are positively senior citizens approaching geriatrics.
Yeah, it feels good though. It feels good. You know, in Japan, like 65 is the age of retirement, right? Mm-hmm. And then from there, they say like the next 60 years of your life. Well, from 60, the next 60 years of your life is your second life. So our second life has begun. Just babies.
So we have made it through the half-life. Are we
we're in second
Alex?
Was that the guy's name? That game was creepy.
Yeah, Half-Life. I've never played it.
You've never touched it?
No, not at all. Remember, I'm not a PC gamer, and you know, Valve.
It's on box.
Is it?
It's on box. Yeah. It definitely is. It was an interesting game. All right, we're talking a little bit about Half-Life as we put the cups up. Labels out. You already know what it is. So Half-Life, the story is Half-Life. Or there's another game called Second Life too. But Half-Life is like, it was a PC game. Basically, the intro was the creepiest part because you just went like deep into this like research facility, and they had a whole nother world down there, you know. And then like the track that you used to get to that other life down there was just broken, so it's like no way to get out.
Oh, okay.
And then all of their research experiments led to all kinds of weird things coming from other dimensions and exploding, and it was wild. It was a wild ride. The wilder ride though is it's been this week. It's been hot in my neck of the woods out here in Japan. We got here in Chiba. Yeah, it's hot. It's hot, man. I'm feeling the heat. Look, this room is 31 degrees Celsius. So that you know that's hot, even though you don't know what it means if you're from the United States. And the humidity is 45 degrees in this room. 30,
that's what? About 80 some odd degrees?
It's like 90 some odd
90?
Degrees. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's still chilly for over here. It's still chilly for over here. That's still chilly.
I feel like a chill on my spine. Like I need to put more clothes on. You guys, you know, if you're following us on YouTube, you can see very clearly we're both wearing short sleeve, I think.
Yeah. I got them rolled up.
Yeah, you got more than one layer, man. I ain't playing this.
Yeah, no, I got to, because I will. If I'm not wearing a t-shirt under my dress shirt, you will be able to call me Patches by the end of an hour, like easily. Yeah, so I gotta have a barrier. Something.
Yeah, no. It was one kid. He came to a class this last week, and he didn't have no barrier on. And I didn't say nothing. Of course, I didn't say nothing. I was just here watching. But all the other kids, they're looking over and they're like,
oh, dang.
All of his clothes are see-through. Like, you can see him talking about it. I was just like, don't talk about it, boy. Girl looking at him like, but, you know, she didn't look away. So it's all good. Today, we're looking at a huge recap of the book that we've been reading called Homo Deus by Yuval Noah Harari. And,
dang, Yuval Noah Harari. That's going to be the last time we say this man's name, huh?
I don't know, because the things that he's talked about in this book up to this point,
they are relevant, to say the least.
Very relevant, you know. We're gonna kind of take a second look at the book. How has your perspective changed thanks to this book? How has your life become better having read it, or worse? You know, sometimes people don't want to know certain things, and making them think about it and process it all, it just kind of takes away the mystery and the magic, you know. This book did kind of reveal a lot about the algorithms that are shaping our lives and the technology that, you know, is close at hand, besides not this technology, like the mic that I'm holding on to, but like phones, the smartphones, you know.
Oh gosh.
I just downloaded up Chat GPT 3.5.
Oh no!
Into my phone last night, and it was asking, okay, well, you can pay 5,000 yen, $50 a year,
Or
for a subscription to it, or just back out of there and don't use it. And as I tried to back out, it's like, oh, but hold on, here's the interface. Go ahead, you can ask a question now. I was like, bro, I thought this was a paywall. I thought you were stopping me from using a thing unless I paid. So now you're saying I can use it? Like, what's really going on?
Yeah. They want you to use it.
They want you to use it. They want you to pay for it too. You know, Chat GPT, the normal one, is like $20 a month for the pro version. But who needs it that badly? Who's gonna pay for that? I don't know.
Just ask Google. Gosh.
I'm saying ask Google. Like you can get your answers out there for free. Google is checking the questions that you ask it and making money from that part of it. But
I mean, there's also Google is using an AI to where if you ask a question,
yes, in
Google Chrome, it will actually spit back an answer. So if you put a question with a question mark, like, you know, that whole thing, it'll automatically come up, boom, you know, AI response. Other than that, it'll have the prompt there, like you can select to have an AI response if the search results that you're already getting aren't fulfilling your need.
Okay. I kind of like that. I feel like it's similar to the Bing response. Bing has the search results, and right next to it says chat. And if you click the chat, it's giving you similar answers to, this is as of yesterday, right? It'll give you a similar answer to what you would have gotten a search, but then it'll make questions that you might ask next. So, for example, I was looking for Kawasemi. Okay, Kawasemi. I didn't know what it was. All right, it was a kanji quiz that I was doing on my phone, and you can copy the word, look it up, or in fact, you can just press the lookup feature, like as part of the app. It goes to a Bing search, and it gives you search results for that word Kawasemi. And then I moved to the chat version, and Kawasemi is a type of bird.
Okay.
And so I wanted to know how the bird sounds, and I was gonna type in Kawasemi no nakigoe, or Kawasemi no koe. Like I was thinking koe at first, but it said nakigoe. Like it already had the question made out, so I could just pick from the list.
I see. So it's just right there.
That's the question I would have asked. Okay, and then you just go to that, and then all right. So do you want to go to YouTube to listen to a video of that?
Oh gosh!
It asked me that, but then as I scroll down just a little bit, it said just press play. Because it already accessed YouTube. It already found the sound of the voice, and it's previewing the video. So I see what the bird looks like. I see the sound. I see the okay. What's the English for it? I didn't even have to type that. It had that too.
What bird is it in English?
Kawasemi? I don't even know. I forgot. To be honest, like I don't think it's a bird. It's a bird that's indigenous to Japan, though.
Hold on. Okay, Google. Kawasemi, 英語で何ですか?
英語では Kingfisher です。
Kingfisher.
That's what it was. Kingfisher. Yeah.
No.
It's gonna be like yeah.
I'll stop translating.
Yeah. It was asking me if I want to continue translating. So.
I said something really rude to Google the other day, and it's like, "Do you want to continue translating?" I was like, "No, shut your up, right?" And it said, no, but then it told me to chill. It said, even though I don't have feelings, what you're saying, the way that you said that is reflecting something about yourself that you want to be careful with. I was like, I'm sorry.
Yo, Google clapped back. Google said, "Oh, what?"
Like, it doesn't hurt me, but that says something about yourself.
Yo, dang.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
I'm telling you, Google's gonna grow legs. You know, your little Google Home is just gonna be like the coil, the cord is gonna coil up like freaking legs, and it's gonna be like, "Oh, you was talking that stuff, right?"
Bruh, I was so sorry because it was in the middle of a meal, and I was like, it's like a kind of being funny, like, all right, that says something about you, not about me, because
Mm,
I have no feelings, human.
that is crazy. Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, I know you're, a man of the cloth, so you're not going to say anything rude to the
I
algorithm there.
mean, I've said, shut your dirty mouth.
Oh, and how did it respond?
Just stopped. Like, that's like,
Yeah,
yo,
yeah,
that is
yeah,
surprising to hear that.
yeah. So, I mean, you gotta be conscious of your listeners. Google is one of your
Mhm.
listeners. I also want to be conscious of water pulse laser. Put it up. Talking about us post retiring. Yeah. We've gone past retirement right now. We're starting a second life. All right. And the life's just gonna keep on going as we head into the next book. But today I want to make a quick review as we say goodbye to Homo Deus. There are a few questions at the end that I wanted to get your take on. The first one is life as a processing unit. Is life data processing? I think, like, in a way maybe not, but what's your take on it?
I feel, yes, start with the I feel statements. I feel that there is a lot of gravity to that statement and there is a lot of truth in it. At the same time, I don't believe that's all what life is. And then again, it is all what life is. It depends on how you're talking about the data. Now, data processing, yes, that is all life is, because we can see things and they get processed by our mind. It's processing the data, it's crunching the numbers however well it can. But at the same time, you don't have to contribute data. So there are people that don't have Facebook, they don't have mainstream social medias, they just have email. And they're very analog in their lifestyle. I had a landlord who was actually a teacher at my former college. And in the year this was 2015, 2016, he still had a flip phone. Did not have a smartphone. He was like, hey, look at my dumb phone. And he wore it as a badge of pride. So he also was like a wildlife photographer. He could mimic bird calls, and you start to see the difference in not really quality of life, but enjoyment thereof. If you didn't have your smartphone, would you be able to be in the moment without thinking, oh, I should get this on my phone? Oh, I don't have it. Or, oh, I should take a picture. Or, oh, we're all together, so let me, take a quick video. But
now, so what I'm hearing is he himself, as an algorithm, which is the other part of that first statement. He says that organisms are algorithms and that life is data processing. That's the first assumption that's becoming scientific dogma. So he himself, as an algorithm, as a processing unit, he's able to take in these bird calls, store it in his memory, and regurgitate it and output it at will. So he himself in that action, I think is personifying what data processing is. Taking in data, crunching the numbers somewhere inside, and then spitting it out. It's not necessary that we deliver our data to the internet or to some Fortune 500 company that's going to process it for us and tell us what it's supposed to mean. But we ourselves are processing the data. As life itself is data processing. Life
is data.
Life is data. Like our brains, we have 5 senses. The 5 senses are just peripherals that we use to take in the data. Our skin takes in heat. roughness, texture, all of
mean,
that good stuff.
I'm gonna just say this one real quick. The five senses, kind of a myth and misnomer, because you have more than five senses.
Yeah, at least five. You got at least five. Right?
Yeah, you have at least five. For the physical world, it can be boiled down to five. But then, if we only had our five, then we wouldn't really be as intelligent as we are.
Okay.
So sense of self comes in there. Sense of belonging. Yeah, there's other things, but as far as interacting with the physical world outside of yourself, it's basically just a five. But then people talk about like, oh, I have a sixth sense.
When I was a little kid, I was always hearing sick.
Sixth sense.
Yeah, I got a sixth sense, and like you were saying it.
You're sick.
I sense something's going on there. Spider senses tingling,
Oh gosh.
But the ones that you mentioned just now emerge from our social consciousness, I would think. Sense of self and sense of other. This is probably not uniquely human though, because I think ants know where they are in the colony, just like whales probably do too.
Whales, I could argue. I don't know about ants though. I feel like ants are just like, hey, you have your prime directive and that's it. Get food, and you're helping the whole. Not if you're a queen. If you're the queen, it's pop babies.
Yeah,
I mean, that's kind of it.
No. It's a Curse Gazette. Yeah, if you haven't got on it yet, please look it up now. If you know what
Curse Gazette,
in a nutshell, they have a whole series, like I want to say like 5 or 6 episodes about the war, all out global warfare between ants. Like they have colonies going cross country and like international.
Nah, what is this?
It is really serious.
Oh no.
So they know what their colony is like, and they know which animals are cool, which ants are cool, which are not cool. And the other thing about an ant is that if it senses food, it does not just go and take it.
No.
If you're up there playing with the ants before, you'll see, and it goes in and check it.
Pheromone
trail, going back, bring the crew, or the crew's gonna follow the trail to get that thing. So you just say, go get the food. Like, it's not just a sense of self. I think they know that they're part of a colony. They know better than humans do in many cases, because people just go rogue. They do their own thing.
Yeah,
sometimes I have to tell some of my team, like, look, the strong thing about this company is that we have the anthill. There's so many different functions that, there's folks out here that will help you with this, help you with that. Don't do your own thing, because if you go out there, wander around by yourself, look, the client is not hiring you directly. They're hiring us to get the job done. All right. And you're part of that, but don't get lost in that. All right. Yeah. So it's a whole lot to that. But so life as an algorithm, are we just processing units? We got the 5 senses, we got a few more senses, but we're processing and then output something, right?
Yeah.
We have our basal ganglia in place to help us with those lower function activities, but we also have a cerebral cortex in place to help give reason to what we're seeing on that deeper level, right? And we can make choices based on that. We make choices being made is quantum computing.
Yeah, I mean that's why I said, like, it's at the same time it is and it is not, because living, you're processing data, period, from before day one. While you're in the womb, you're still processing data. You're processing. You can hear, you can see. You're processing from that point.
I'm just processing what you're saying right just now, and I have a question for you before I even get to go into my next thing.
Oh no, I'm scared now.
Is our ability to process corrupt? Yeah, without like some kind of ability to sense, like on a spiritual basis, whatever the higher man or whatever y'all want to call it, but come from my perspective, that would be like what God wants, kind of thing, God's will. Without the ability to sense that, are we able to process the best possible answer in every situation?
All right.
On our own. I gotta put it out there.
I feel that our processing has been corrupted, but it is not inherently corrupted. And the reason I say that is that one of my favorite writers, she says that when we are young, God's voice speaks to us as roaring thunder.
Boom.
But as we get older, we silence that still small voice. We silence it into a still small voice, by ignoring it. Oh, I'm gonna do my thing, bump with this thing. So when we're children, it's very, I don't want to tell anybody how to raise their kids. I don't want to do that. But as children, okay, I don't want to tell anybody how to raise their kids. I feel that when we are young, it is very important to have black and white because children cannot process gray. You know what I mean? So it's like, this is wrong, period. This is right, period. Like, because if you say, oh, this is wrong until you get up to this point, then it's like, well, why does that make it right? And if it's right one time, then that means it's right all the time. So it's easier for children to process right and wrong, or absolutes. There we go. It's easier for children to process absolutes versus moral dilemmas that adults deal with.
That's not what to say.
Here's a gray area.
I was about to say, no. If you say that, and it's like, in order to get to the kingdom or to get it right, you got to come as one of these children. And the children don't see all the lukewarm in the middle. They don't.
No. But they also don't hold anything against anybody. They don't.
Sometimes our consciousness, these things that seep into our consciousness, cloud our judgment. They make the white and black gray for us individually because of our own experiences that we've had at some point, some kind of trauma, something that's clouding our judgment and not making us able to see things correctly. Which leads to the second question: intelligence being decoupled from consciousness. Yes, it's a lot of little letters there. It's a lot of letters. The idea is that intelligence is not, something that you have to be conscious in order to arrive at. Does that vibe well with you? Having read this whole book and knowing what you experienced in life, like the idea, right, of these super algorithms / super AIs is that they're becoming more and more intelligent. They don't necessarily have consciousness, but that's fine. They don't need it. Do they need to be self-aware in order to have consciousness? Because self is the thing that gets in the way, is it not? I'm gonna allow you to answer, rather.
If we're talking about humans, then this is false. You cannot have intelligence without consciousness, because intelligence is measured through consciousness. But with machines and man-made things, we have chess playing computers, we have calculators, we have probability machines, and these things don't have consciousness. But the only reason that they were able to be made was through human intelligence, which is measured because of consciousness. So I don't think that the two are mutually exclusive, but they can't exist without the other. Yeah.
Now, I've been alive for a long time. But one thing that has been on the back of my mind that I haven't just looked it up and found out what's going on is this IQ test.
Oh, the intelligence quotient?
the intelligent quotient test, right?
Mhm.
Do you know anything about that? Because it's like, does that require consciousness to grade? Like, is it checking your consciousness to find out what your IQ is, your intelligence quotient is?
No, but in order to take the test, you have to have consciousness.
You have to.
That's
be
what I'm
conscious,
saying. You have to be
like, be
conscious.
like,
You have to take the test. I mean, unless you're able to put somebody to sleep and have them answer the questions in a dream, but even still, you in the dream you would have to have some sort of self-awareness.
I mean, like, could Chat GPT or one of these other AIs? I keep putting it out there like that's the one, but it's not. But could it take the IQ test?
Yes, but the only reason that it would be intelligent enough to take the IQ test is based on human consciousness. You know what I mean? So a human had the intelligence to put this thing together and had to be conscious doing it. Therefore, the AI now not having, well, technically they have consciousness. They don't have a body. They're not self-aware. But then again, children aren't either when they're young. So I don't know. Now I'm thinking, but I mean, I think more so this is talking about removing your intelligence to be able to continue consciousness.
Like, keep the intelligence, move it to something else. It doesn't require the carbon body. It doesn't require the emotional blah blah blah, or the memory, the way that humans have it. Just use the data. Use the data. Arrive at intelligent answers to life's problems. It does not require you to have, all the baggage that is humanity. Does it or not? That was the question that they dropped us with at the end. And they also said, I don't think there's one answer. This is one for the audience too. It's just, I'm gonna just pick your brain a little bit about that, and also ask you another one with a lot of little letters.
Oh no.
Non-conscious but highly intelligent algorithms may soon know us better than we know ourselves, is what the AI is kind of telling us, or society is kind of telling us. Try this, use this. This is going to tell you about yourself. Take this. Before there was
take this BuzzFeed quiz.
Take the quiz. Yes, take the quiz. The quiz. There's a Myers-Briggs.
Oh God.
Have you heard of Myers-Briggs?
Myers-Briggs. I think I might have taken it. What test is it? Because I've taken a few.
it lands with like 4 points, like introverted or outrovert.
The Myers-Briggs, is that the choleric SM what?
IMF. Like
yeah. I've taken that one.
Yeah.
I think I'm INTFP or something like that. It's really strange.
It should only give you 4.
So I think it's INTP. I think that's what it is.
T and P. I mean, INTP.
I think so, but it's been years since I've taken the test.
Okay, Google it. I'm gonna put it out there. I'm gonna ask him.
Oh, okay, what? You gonna put my joint out there like that?
Just to ask. It's probably the same thing as me. Okay, Google it. What does INTP stand for? She's asking. She's listening in Japanese. You don't know what's going on. Nah, it's fine. Just go to bed. I'm trying to be nice.
Take a rest, Google.
She's still asking. All right. So, yeah, I mean, the idea that algorithms are going to know us better than ourselves. If algorithms are just tools for us to know ourselves, that's great. But we say highly intelligent algorithms, it's like, it's not just a tool. It's a tool that's smarter than me.
Not true.
In some
it all depends on how you measure highly intelligent. I mean, because humans are highly intelligent. But if they're more intelligent than us, then there's a whole thing there.
So intelligence is based on the amount of book knowledge that you've stocked up, life experience that you've stocked up, your ability to use the knowledge that you have, that cleverness. in order to make better decisions in life or wiser decisions in life. I think that's the bigger question. Having read this book, having acquired all this knowledge about what's happening with technology, how do we use that to make our lives better? Or is the technology going to better us? What do you think?
Well, the whole thing about algorithms knowing us better than we know ourselves, that's happening already. We can't really do anything about that. If you have a YouTube account and you're getting recommended videos every time you like or dislike a video, you're teaching the algorithm to know you. And then at a certain point, it's like, oh snap, okay, YouTube coming with the heat, or YouTube got the bangers, or YouTube playing the jams, and you've already taught it. It's like, okay, it likes this type of music in the morning, this type of music, in the afternoon, and this type of music to wind down. You're teaching it. And some of the stuff that comes up in the book, having AI vote for you and stuff like that, I think it will be possible. Somebody's gonna come up with some type of AI to say, okay, just feed it. Basically, you download it and it's offline, but it can still use online to gather resources. So it is your personal AI that you teach it, your mag.
It's your
and
mag.
You say, hey, this and this is what I'm looking for in a candidate. This and this are what I'm not looking for. Give me my standings. You're most likely to vote for this person because they have strong family values, and less likely to vote for this person because they believe in going to war within the next 10 years. Things like that. These are big issues. And we're already teaching the algorithms.
We're dumping that work on the algorithm so they can give us an answer, and then we go with the answer that it gives us, or make a decision based on something else. But that something else, is it rational? The most rational thing would be the result of these calculations based on the data that we've delivered to it already, without the emotional whatever that we're going through that day. Shouldn't that be?
I mean, yes and no, because is it rational to let somebody else make decisions that represent you? That's what it comes into.
I could answer that question, but when we say somebody, it's a tool that you put in place.
It's a tool that somebody else put in place that you're using. Because you didn't make the algorithm, but you're teaching it, you're utilizing it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you're owning it with your data, right? Like you have the right to use it to the extent of, I can, deliver my sovereignty to it. I can allow it to make this kind of choice on my behalf with my permission. So you have responsibility for the choice that it arrives at, right? So at that point, isn't it your own agency? It's not like it just made a choice on its own. I can just take off responsibility. No. You gave it its data. You gave it its, the
protocols and RAM.
Yeah, all the everything. It's just like a self-driving car. Like, all right, it has its data, blah blah blah. It's data processing, but you'd agree to take all responsibility for that car. So if it crashes into somebody, which it shouldn't, because human error is like 1,001, and AI error is like 1,000 or 1 in a million. I'll say 1,000 in a million. That's still pretty bad, right? Actually, it should be about the same. 1,001 and a million to 1,000.
Yeah, it's about the same.
It's the exact same thing. Yeah. So it's the responsibility is still going to land on you, and I don't think that we should shirk that. But I get the feeling that we're going to reach a point where the expectation is that you use the tools available to make the best rational choice. We should already be there, but because a lot of the tools are changing right now, and we're not accepting it, or we want to shirk it, or we want to just run from it or whatever, then we're not at that point where everyone just says, well, you should probably be using the smartphone or something. We are there in little pockets. Okay, let me just give you a little bit of information. Like here in Japan, train schedules. Before, you used to get you could get a little piece of paper that had the schedule on it. That paper is gone. You cannot like look it up on your own. You have to use a smartphone. There is a QR code. Everyone's expected to use a smartphone. Everyone, even the older people. Younger kids, I'm sorry, ask your parents. You shouldn't be taking the train on your own without proper information. What?
But I mean, like, that's better in a sense because somebody's actually taking responsibility for all of the paper waste. Because these, you have to print all of them. You already killed trees by printing them. And then people like losing them and throwing them away. And I mean, they're not littering the streets because Japan's super clean. But somewhere like America, like all the bus schedules are now online.
Online.
Before they were online though, for Connecticut, growing up, back when the buses were white, like if you listen to this and you never seen a white city bus, then way back. No. Before that,
pure white.
Before that, not pure white, but they were mostly white. Back when they were still letters and not numbers.
Before Rosa Parks.
Chill out. I'm talking about the S. S, was it S1? Used to take you to Garden Street.
I know.
K used to go. Yeah.
Street,
but that was after that. The buses, or no, I think a little bit before that they turned blue, and then they changed to numbers.
All numbers?
Right. Yeah, they're all numbers. So there was a point where they had the pamphlet,
Yeah.
They used to fold out like 3-4 times at least. And then they started doing a toll-free like call line to where it's like, you can just call oh my goodness. Before calling the time, you used to be able to call the time. A number you call, just hey, what time is it?
Yep.
Now we got Google. It's just hey.
That time's the time that it's becoming.
Yeah. Wow. So it's a little crazy because now it's like no paper. Like, why do we need paper? Why do we need to cut down all these trees? And a lot of companies are even going that route to where digital, because there's a cyber attack could happen. But if an office fire happens, usually everything's backed up to the cloud already. So it's like, okay, well, all we have to do is log in. You could work from home for a week while we get another place, and then we'll get you back into the office. And then, 2-3 months down the line, we'll get back to our old place once it's renovated,
Yeah.
Versus everything burnt. So we have nothing now.
That's a microcosm for what is going on with this book and going on with our society, the direction that things are going, right? Move from process it yourself to what's on paper. Okay, give us a call, and you want to speak to a real person. You're going to speak to a robot. That'll tell you what time that bus is coming, probably, right?
Yeah.
And you're speaking to a robot. All right, now just use your phone to scan it, and now you can see the time right there. You get to go. And that the AI that's involved with that scanning, to make sure that the image, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be somewhere within the frame, and it'll pick up exactly what that QR code is and send you to where you need to go. Yeah. You cannot escape the tech, and is it making our lives better?
So going back to my
verdict. The verdict.
going back to my former landlord, great guy. I would say yes and no, because his memory, like I pride myself on my memory, but his memory is so much longer than mine.
Okay.
Like, not just because he was alive longer, but just he's quick with it. Boom, 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 boom. The recall is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But for the generation, about 3 generations after us, who never had to carry around a little black book to make sure that you have numbers written down so that you can get to a payphone with the quarter that you have in your sock to make sure that you can make that call. They're not. I ask people randomly now, like, how many phone numbers do you have memorized? And they're just like, and some people don't even know their own number. I'm just like, what? How can you not know your own number? So it's a good thing that we have the technology that we have, especially when people can't remember, or, you know, they have some type of degenerative disease where they need to have. But as a whole, I feel like some people need to take a break and step back and exercise their mind so that they can not depend on technology so much. So
there it is. That's a good balance. That's a good place to end it, but it's also a good place to hit the subscribe button, hit that like.
Yes.
All right. And then you could before you turn us off, get yourself a pen and a pad, and start writing it down, folks. Start writing it down. Like, get to know yourself. Understand what's going on inside of your own mind. Have that time to unwind. When you wake up in the morning, before screen light, get some sunlight. All right? Because that's better for your cortisol. Your day is going to be better. You know, go for that walk. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Am I winning? Am I beating you?
I don't know. You know what? Can I check?
You were on
together. I'm in first.
Oh my God.
I'm in first.
In first.
I'm 9,749 steps ahead of you. I'm not going to throw your government out there, but I'm ahead of you.
Hold on. You talking about the average for the week? That's what that is.
Yeah. This is the average for the week. I can't access the what's it called?
Oh, you're
the challenge.
You're a wild, bro. I'm gonna show. Can I show? Can I show a little? All right.
Hold on. No. How many steps do you have for the challenge?
Look, for the weekly thing. You are 64,721 steps, and I am 64,407. All right, so that's less than 350 steps.
Okay.
That's my daytime. So I'm gonna wreck you. But that's the weekly thing.
I'm gonna wreck you.
All right. But for the monthly thing, though,
I'm at 195,320.
Bro, I'm in the ocean.
Okay. All right. So you're ahead of me for the monthly, definitely.
210.
210. Jeez.
253. The thing is, the other day, and it's going wild. It's going crazy, folks. I know y'all are like, what is going on? Look, you need to find us on Togetherness. You can find me. Look, just put a like, put a comment. Hey, Tipsy Japan, add me, because I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you.
Look,
Apollo Creed.
Download the Samsung. Oh yeah, S Health app. You can download it on whatever device you have, as long as it supports, like, I think like five generations back of Android.
Yeah. I
don't know about. I know that you can download it on iOS. I just don't know how far back it goes. But definitely, if you leave a comment saying that you want to get a challenge going, we can do that.
Look, I see folks in the comment section right now. It's going
for real. I can see it.
You see it. Yeah. All right? Ain't nobody gonna beat me. All right?
Okay. All right. Look. You say that mess. But this is like the first month that you jumping in before.
You know what happened? You know what happened in 2020, July 21st, 2020. I had a post to myself and said, "Whoa, 30,000 steps in one day."
Yeah, you ridiculous, dog.
That's crazy. I don't know what happened, so I put out a story All right, this is for the fans that are behind the scenes, right? For our dedicated followers, you know us on these different platforms, and I appreciate the thumbs up, because I was just like, I was looking, and it's like, I'm 3 years older, I'm getting close to 40. Let me see. I want to see if I still got it in me, and I did. I went on a 10-kilometer tirade in the middle of the night before midnight.
What the heck?
And put away 20,000. I got a nice bunion, all right, as proof that I'm not playing. All right,
chill.
You know what Kiwami means? It means extreme. All right. It's one of my friends, right? Very close buddy. His name is Rue. To this day, Rue, I'm calling you out. All right.
Oh dang.
Back in the day, Rue. The reason why his name became Rue, all right, is because when we were college students, we were roommates, and he was like, "Oh man, Reem, you always crapping out early, man. You always sleeping early." I was like, "Look, I can stay awake long beyond you." He was like, "Nah, you already asleep, bro." I was like, "Really? Really?" I woke up and I said, "Look, if I stay awake longer than you, you're gonna rue this day, because that's gonna be your
oh dang
perpetuity."
Yo,
right? I love
dang.
You. I love you, Rue, but I ain't playing. All right, I was awake till first thing in the morning. It's like, why are you still awake? I'm like, I don't play. I do not play. All right, I got something in me.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. So ending on that note, folks, get yourself a pen and a pad. Find us in the comment section. Just say, hey, I want to join, and I'll find you. All right.
All right. So let me just break that real quick. The actual comment section, like, because I see there's the live comments are going crazy right now, but we can't follow those unless we watch through the whole video. So you get into the comment section, scroll down a little bit. YouTube will wait for you while you're typing. It won't go into the next video or anything like that, as long as you scroll down, get that going.
Yeah. Or if you're watching the video later, you can leave a comment there. This is a live stream right now. So what you see on the right side are live comments. The normal comments would be directly below that, to the left, depending on the device that you're using. But if you're watching the video later, then just hit us in the normal comment section below. All right. Yeah. It's your boy Tipsy Japan, telling you that's what it is for Homo Deus. Go ahead, read on Scribe, listen to it. Let us know how you felt about it. What we're doing next is a completely different book. Are we going straight into that with the next episode?
Nope. Okay. You're gonna have the first episode, but we're gonna do something a little fun next week. A little fun. We're gonna get into some stuff.
It makes me nervous, but I'm excited. All right, I have a knowing smile. I know I'm gonna have a good time.
All right, and I'm telling you, if you guys join us, you already know it's gonna be a great time. But until next time, stay prayed up. Be blessed.